Hi, my name is Jeff Quintin down here at the Jersey Shore with Prudential Fox and Roach Realtors, and my good buddy, good friend Jeremy Bowers has asked me to record this video ultimately to provide what I'm calling the 5 tips for success in selling real estate. And so I'm providing this video so that Jeremy can share with you guys what I've learned over the last 20 years in the business about, basically a couple ideas, a couple of thoughts to help you guys succeed and get to a higher productivity and a higher level. So anyway, 5 tips for success in real estate. Before I begin, let me just share with you some thoughts and a little bit of background about me. My name is Jeff Quintin. I work and live in Ocean City, New Jersey. I started in the real estate business in 1992, and just like the market is today, it was a very depressed market in 1992. So I got to really learn in this type of market today, a market today just like back then. So I'm very grateful for learning in a market like that versus learning in say 2000 to 2005, kind of during the bubble. So you guys right now, the newer agents just getting into business, or even some of the seasoned ones, it's really back to the basics right now and learning through this marketplace. I've personally, over the last 20 years, sold over 3,000 homes personally. So currently, for example, this year, my team and I, will do over 200 closed transactions. It's July right now, 2011, and we're in the 140s right now. So we're on pace to do 200 closed and about 250 closed and pending. And so I've been in the business for 20 years now, cranking away, and I've had a chance to really learn a lot of these ideas I want to share with you. So also, before I get into this, what I'm asking from you guys is that if you know of anybody looking to buy, sell, invest, or rent down here at the shore, my team and I, we cover everywhere from Atlantic City all the way to Cape May, all shore points. We've really spread out a little bit here. So we're based out of Ocean City, my team and I. However, we will cover everywhere, and a very major portion of our clients are your clients that own primary homes in your marketplace that actually come down here for secondary and investment and vacation homes. So keep in mind when prospecting and talking to your clients up there, ask them if they've got a second home, vacation home, that they are thinking of either selling, upgrading, or would like to purchase. And again, as you know, referrals are the lifeline of our business. So if you can refer your clients to us down here, we'd appreciate that. And obviously, if we have anybody up in the Philly area that's looking to sell, we're going to refer them back to you guys as well. So we can work on that together. So that's all I'm asking for you guys today. So let's jump in, let's get started. So I wrote down, out of the 5 tips to be successful in real estate, I wrote down tip number 1. Wrote down, set a schedule, okay? Now, what do I mean by set a schedule? Well, when I first was in this business for the first 10 years of the business, I didn't really ever have a schedule. I would come in the office, I would just kind of, just run by the seat of my pants, just running around. Whatever had happened during the day, whatever phone calls were coming in at whatever moment, whatever paperwork I had to get done on my desk, I would do. Certainly I was out there prospecting and trying to find new business. However, had no set structure, had no set schedule, and I was running around, like a chicken with the head cut off, and I was in early, staying late at night, had no structure in my business and day to day, working on my days off, the whole deal. So what I learned over these the last 10 years in the business is setting a schedule. See, without a schedule right now, nothing gets done. Without putting it in your schedule, having a specific time, start time, finish time, having structure of your day, it's just not going to get done. Now, setting a schedule is very important. You take a look at all the things that you need to do during your day. And virtually of your schedule, really, there's only about 4 or 5 things you should be doing each and every day. One is prospecting. That's going out and finding new business, okay? That's number 1. Setting appointments and going on appointments, number 2. Negotiating contracts would be number 3. And typically, anything else other than that, lead follow-up with your leads and so forth, you should be doing. Everything else other than that really can be delegated outside. Yes, I understand some of you guys don't have assistants or backup, and you need to do some of that paperwork and so forth to get caught up on and preview property and so forth. But these are all things you need to set in your schedule. When setting a schedule, take a look at all the items that you have to happen during your day. You want to start with the very first thing in the morning and get your lead generation in first. And my opinion is from 9 to 12 every day. Every single day, never ever miss it. You put together your income generating ideas and thoughts, and you get on the phone and you prospect, finding new business every day for at least 3 hours. Everything else can wait till after 12 noon. So tip number 1 is set a schedule. And Jeremy can help you guys regarding setting a schedule. So set a schedule and stick to it. With that every single day, you'll see your production go through the roof. Have a start time, have a stop time, okay, each time. So tip number 2, I wrote down delegate and hire an assistant. Well, I understand some of you guys are new in the business, some are seasoned again, and may not have an assistant. Well, when delegating today, that means, give up responsibility, give to another, allow them to have it, and remove yourself a little bit from some of the day-to-day things that you're doing that are non-productive. See, if you're handling paperwork or doing some type of follow-up or getting involved in making keys or putting up a sign or doing something like that, that typically you can pay somebody a $10, $12, $15 an hour person, typically if you're doing those activities, you're simply being your own assistant. And right now, for you to get to another level, we've got to get you into a more income-generating activity every single minute of the day. Everything else has to be pushed away and delegated to a staff member. Now, some people say, well, I can't afford one, but I say, hey, one of the reasons why you can't afford one is because you're not actually prospecting. So it's like you cannot not afford one. When I first was in the business and hired my first assistant, I shared one with another agent. I took another agent in my office and said, hey, I want to take my production to a higher level. I don't have time to do all this, nor do I want to. I want to be on the phone, I want to be selling, I want to be on appointments, I want to be on listing appointments, showing appointments with buyers. So he and I, this other agent, we shared an assistant, shared it, all the time and so forth per week, and he had her on certain hours a day, I had her on certain hours a day, and we worked it out together, and it was a shared expense. It took my business to another level because it allowed me to free my time up to be doing what I do best, and that's earning income and income activities, okay? So number 3 I wrote down, hire a coach, mentor, or get some accountability. Guys, look, for me, I'm slimy, okay? If I don't have accountability in my life, I can wander away and not be on track. I have right now 3 coaches right now I'm coaching with, okay? And I've had coaches in all areas of my life. I've had coaches, obviously with trainers, with physical training and so forth. Any type of business that I've been involved in outside, like right now I've got 2 real estate coaches, and I've got another coach, my third coach, which just coaches me on investing and developing outside of my day-to-day commission business, okay? So I've got lots of accountability surrounding me each and every day, each and every week. So I've got mentors, coaches, and accountability that allow me to keep on track, and people checking up on me. Not only are they prodding me along, making sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but hey, I'm making certain commitments to them, and then they're coming back around and saying, yo, hey, did you go ahead and do what you said you're going to do? And if you didn't do it, why didn't you? And what's causing you not to do it? What do we need to do right now to make that happen? And what's your plan? And keep me accountable for it. So to go to the next level, another tip right now is partner up, whether it be another agent in your office, somebody outside of the real estate business, Jeremy, your manager, somebody, get a real estate coach. If you can hire a coach right now outside, like for example, Mike Ferry is my coach and coaches, okay? So Mike Ferry has trained me for the last 11 years, he and his organization. Get a coach if you can and can afford it. Immediately, it will help you increase your production, okay? If not, get some accountability, accountability partner, where you show up, maybe you make calls every day together, you have so many contacts you need to make together, keep each other accountable, maybe have some type of motivation penalty there, whether it be financial, embarrassment, whatever it is. We've played games on this over the years, but it keeps you moving forward and gets you productive. Wrote down tip number 4, learn scripts and objections, okay? One of the biggest things that agents have right today is fear. They're fearful getting on the phone. The challenge is it's because they don't know what to say. They haven't taken the time to understand what the objections are, number 1, and how to overcome them. If you can learn the objections, in other words, hey, I want to cut your commission, I only list for 90 days, I have a friend in the business. All these objections, we've heard them for years, they've always been the same objection, okay? But you need to learn how to overcome them so you can go out on your appointments and you're almost like a, karate, and anybody can throw a punch at you anyway, anyhow, and you're just going to block them, okay? So that's what you're going to look at. You need to become like a black belt in objection handling. So learning the objections, knowing what to say. Learn the scripts, know how to say them, what questions to ask. Become almost robotic in your presentation. Have a script, follow the script, canned presentations that work over and over and over. But you need to learn what to say. And here's the good news, guys. When you learn the objections and learn the scripts, when you know the answers to the questions that the client's going to give you, and you feel that confidence inside you, once you learn that, guess what? The objections never come. It's very rare that I get objections these days because they know that they see the confidence I have, the power I have behind them, because I have no fear. I can go in unattached into appointments and share with them what I know and the knowledge. and I know what the answers are going to be. So guess what? They're not going to challenge me because they already know I know. So the objections go away. So to overcome a little bit more and go more productive in your business, learn what to say, learn the objections, work on practicing scripts and dialogues and so forth. So I wrote down number 5 tip for being success. One is I wrote down pre-qualifying. Okay, you have to pre-qualify everyone every single day. In fact, I don't even like calling it pre-qualification. Okay, I call it almost disqualification. I almost disqualify the buyers and sellers that I'm working with because in my mind, I have certain standards in my little box, okay? These are things that I'm gonna work with. These are only the type of clients I'm gonna see and work with. And if they don't answer my questions on my pre-qualifying questions, or they don't qualify within my box, then I'm not gonna work with them. So I kind of disqualify them. I'm looking for clients that are willing to do what I'm willing to do. So for example, if they're not motivated right now to sell their home, okay? If they're not looking to do something within a certain time frame, I'm not going to go out on that appointment. If a buyer today is going to come down and look to buy a property, and they're just going to go out and look around and get an education, and I already know this because they've told me they're not so sure what to buy, I'm not putting them in my car. Okay, that's just me. I'll refer them out to a different agent, let them be a taxi cab ride around. I'm going to pre-qualify these buyers so they get in my car. One, they're financially qualified. They've spoken to a mortgage lender, and I have a pre-qual letter in writing. They're ready, willing, and able, and they've got the funds. And they're educated because I've already sent them information along the way. We've had a dialogue, and I almost already know which property they're going to buy before they come down. That's the buyer that's getting in the car, and I've already gone ahead and future-paced them with regards to, hey, here's what we're going to do. We're going to come down, we're going to get in the car, we're going to go out and look at properties. Is there anything going to stop you from going ahead and making an offer, buying one of the properties we're going to look at today? That's going to pre-qualify, and I'm going to know who I'm working with right then. So, right now I wrote down pre-qualify all of your appointments and people you're working with. Just don't go out and meet with anybody at any time and run around because it's a waste of time. And guys, you and I both know we're paid on commission. Time is our biggest commodity that we have, and we've got to protect our time in this business. I wrote down here kind of a bonus thing, as far as another tip. I wrote down become extroverted, okay? Now, what extroverted, what that means? Basically, everybody, is working with certain types of people. Some people work with buyers only, some agents work with sellers only, some people work only within a certain marketplace. They want to be in Rittenhouse, want to be just center city, whatever it may be. In this market today, this is market, sensitive right now. Become extroverted. Don't limit yourself to just one source of business. You need multiple sources of business. Number one, as far as sourcing. Buyers, sellers, investors, working with attorneys, maybe you're inside of some short sales, maybe you're doing some REO business. Expand the sources of your business for sale by owners, expireds, just listed, just sold calls. Get on the phone and call everybody in every way and source. Expand yourself in the sources. That's number one. Number two, become extroverted, not only in sources, but also geographically. Don't limit yourself to just one marketplace today and say, this is my area, this is my specialty. Expand out just a little bit further, learn other markets, learn other areas, and work with buyers and sellers in those areas. You'll see your production go up higher if you can get a little bit more pieces of areas that you typically wouldn't work in, okay? So there's the tips right now, the 5 tips plus the bonus of being successful in real estate today. If I can help you in any way, send me an email or give me a call. Hopefully this has been informative, educational, and good luck to you guys. And anything else you need, give us a shout. Keep us in mind down here at the Jersey Shore, all your referrals. Anybody having trouble selling, anybody looking to buy, reach out to me, okay? Thanks so much. Make it a great day.